I could scream. I really am. I'm sick of them. I'm sick of fucking ignorance. Like, nobody's got any common sense anymore. Nobody has any common sense left. Everything's done like this, and everybody lets it happen. Pisses me off. You know what? This is fixing. I'm fixing to drive through that son of a bitch, like I said.
Alright folks, here we go. Another Tammy Hull video. Everybody's favorite resident of Jasper County. We all love Tammy Hull. And of course, she's doing the same old, ranting about how she's gonna sue the government. But this time, it's not only because of hemlock, it's also because of grass. She keeps using this ambiguous term, stating that the grass is what's causing all the issues, all the toxins, right? I don't know if she's talking about hemlock or exclusively grasses, but it seems like she's just using this term interchangeably to describe any issues she's having. She's saying that the government needs to check out the grasses. Maybe this is a term that she's used before, I don't know, but it seems new and it seems a lot more frequent. She seems to be dropping it a lot. All the time she's talking about the grasses and how everybody needs to be weary of them. She's also been talking about suing the government recently, which seems to be a popular thing amongst lolcows. Once they have some kind of small discrepancy with the government, they instantly bring up suing them. Like that's the easiest thing in the world to do. As if, Daniel Larson is going to be able to sue the government. Tofiachu, Nova, none of these lolcows would ever be able to sue the government. Let alone Tammy fucking Hull, right? But hey, who am I to say Tammy can't sue the government? It's not like Jasper County PD wasn't sitting there thinking about her every single night. The chief of Jasper County PD shaking in its boots, thinking about the thought of Tammy Hull hunting him down in the middle of the night. That totally didn't happen. But nah, in all actuality, we know Tammy doesn't have the capacity to sue the government, yet she is going to continue to complain about it on her TikTok and her live streams. So today we're going to be watching some of her newer TikToks where she talks about the grasses, hemlock, and possibly suing the government. And then we're going to be looking at one of her newest live streams where she goes a little bit more into that and why she wants to sue the government. But first, before we check out these TikToks, after watching them, I want y'all to comment. Who do you think had the better TikTok page? Daniel Larson or Tammy Hull? Y'all gotta let me know. I think Tammy Hull has a pretty killer TikTok page right now. If you go to it, she's lip syncing all the time and she does these crazy facial expressions. No one can match Tammy Hull's facial expressions. But Daniel Larson did have some pretty insane freakouts and he had some pretty memorable memes and videos. So y'all gotta let me know. Who's the better TikToker?
If I couldn't lead the people no better than this and do better for the people than what this has been done, while this grass is running rampant, they're talking about stealing other people's land. That shows something, doesn't it? Doesn't it? It does. Wake up, idiots. Wake up. Probably because they were trying to steal my shit anyways. I got a pimple on my chin. But that's all they do is steal, kill, and destroy. What the fuck is that? But anyways, yeah, that's their motto. Kill and steal. Kill and steal. Kill and steal. Idiots. You done a bunch of trouble. You got into a lot of trouble to keep me concealed, didn't you? You knew from day one, didn't you? Yeah, you did, you thieving fucks. Thieving fucks. Dear government and president, this grass is a very big issue. Somebody needs to contact me and quit jerking me around. Water hemlock, water dropwort, snake-root grass, poison hemlock. We know it's an issue. Quit fucking being jerks. It's all out in the open. Everybody knows you're being sketchy. Okay, don't be sketchy. You've been sketchy your whole life. Stop being sketchy. Do the right thing. Be good people. Be good people. If you know how. Justice is another thing. We need justice. The American people need justice for the crimes that's been done against them by this government. Yes, the people need justice. You're trying your ass off to make me look like a crazy liar, ain't you, Guvva Guvva? You're failing fucking miserably. Know that. Failures. You and your fucking psychological fucking wannabe games. You guys ain't even good at it. You need to fucking hang up your hat and just give up the ghost. You know what all I've said's true, and I don't understand this. There's something seriously wrong with you guys. But God says he's going to make you hear senseless sound after senseless sound, so I guess I probably ain't making no sense to you guys. That's sad. That tells you something, doesn't it? Yeah, I know I've had so many people here for me. So shocking at how many. But the people in power, the people that are supposed to be caring about the people, this is how they do the people. And it's...
In that second video, she goes into more detail as to what she's talking about, like what specific grasses and plants she's talking about, and none of it makes any sense to me. Yeah, there's poisonous plants out there, Tammy. They're everywhere. But just because there's poisonous plants doesn't mean that the government's going to do anything about it. Plants grow naturally. They're poisonous. People know not to eat them. People know not to touch them. Therefore, they don't do it. And if they do it, then it's on them, right? I don't know what you want the government to do. I guess they can put signs out there that say that the grass is poisonous, but it's like there are probably already signs out there that say that. And if there isn't, then locals probably already know about it. You live in the middle of nowhere, Missouri, you know what I mean? Fucking Jasper County, Missouri. And you expect these people not to know that these native plants don't exist. Like, what do you think is happening exactly? Because you can't just sit here and say that there's a bunch of poisonous plants and ask the government to come and investigate it when you don't know the issue. What's the exact issue with these poisonous plants? Are they getting into the water supply? Like, I don't understand what you're saying, because that's what I thought the issue was. I thought she was thinking that the hemlock was getting into the water supply. But this whole grass situation where she's just talking about the wild grasses being poisonous, it's like, no shit, that's just nature, Tammy. I just feel like there's a lot more important things that she could be focusing on. People get on me all the time and say, you know, Tammy is trying to help people. She's trying to save people. Even though what she's doing might seem wrong to you, to her, what she's doing is a good thing. And it's like, no, it's not. She just wants attention. She doesn't think that she's saving anybody. She just wants people to listen to her stupid schizophrenic rambles. That's it. And you're letting this person get you in your feelings and you're standing up for them. It's really not worth it, man. Tammy Hull is just a crazy individual. That's it. There's no like big sort of thing with her. She's also a bad person. She's hurt her family numerous times. There's been stories about how she tried to bite her mom's nose off and how she was going on alcoholic binges with her kids and shit, right? Like while her kids were there. So she's definitely not a good person at all. Tammy's horrible. So you shouldn't feel bad for her. That's my point. That's why I feel like this whole hemlock situation is performative. I don't think you should start defending her and saying that what she's doing is good. She just wants to scream about hemlock and grasses and suing the government because she's schizophrenic. Not only that, but the internet is feeding into her shit all the time. I mean, I'm going to go on a little bit of a side tangent here, but the love that I've been seeing for Tammy Hull on TikTok is crazy. It's wild. If you knew her background, if these people that are rooting for Tammy knew her background, they would not be making the videos that they're making. It's insane. They know nothing about this woman, but they're over here saying that if TikTok shuts down, she's gonna be the only person that they miss. Like, people are really that parasocial that they're starting to create these online relationships with these lolcows, right? They're starting to really feel for Tammy Hull and become stans for her. You'd be surprised, because I follow a lot of lolcow accounts on my TikTok, and I started using it a little bit more recently since it got unbanned, just to see what's on there. And the amount of people that shill for Tammy Hull is wild. Like, if you think the videos that I make are feeding into her schizophrenic delusions, you should see the videos that the people that stan her make, the people that watch her religiously and think that she's funny make, because it's pretty wild, man. They're really in love with this random schizophrenic woman online. Like, let me just flash up her views for a second. Hundreds of thousands of people, tens of thousands of people watching her account. She's becoming a top tier lolcow, just like I said she would, in only a little bit of time, right? It didn't take her that long to just become a top tier lolcow and start getting hundreds of thousands of views on her freakout videos. It's pretty wild.
Somebody said, why haven't you been arrested more? Me? I ain't even done nothing. I've had cops unloosen my lug nuts, tear my truck up. I think they are the ones that need arrested. I found dangerous plants and the government's hiding it from the people. Did the government ask us before they used witchcraft on us? Did the government ask us before they done all the shit they done to us? Did the government ask anything about doing the shit they've done to us? No, they haven't.
The EBT fart card.
Some lady posted a video, said, "I'm so glad we," fake laughing, "I'm so glad we didn't lose the EBT fart card, lady." Shut up. The video ain't even funny. Okay? Just know you're not funny. EBT fart card, lady.
And these aren't people that know her story or dislike her. These are people who just see her in the TikTok algorithm, think she makes funny faces, and starts following her. They think she's just a quirky, schizophrenic woman who, wouldn't harm a fly. When in reality, she's a crazy individual who put her kids through hell. But that's enough about that. I think you guys get my point. People are going crazy for Tammy Hull right now, and it's really not for the right reasons. But we'll get back to that in another video. Right now, let's move on to her live stream where she talks about how she's gonna sue the government. It's pretty wild. Every single day, she gets on live stream and she's able to rant for like an hour on end, sometimes even more, about how the government is fucking her over and how she's gonna sue them and how her family hates her, and she doesn't stop. She doesn't stop to take a breath. It's just a continuous ramble, you know what I mean? Reading the comments and freaking out.
Oh my God. So funny, because the Bible says that about doing witchcraft and shit. I bet it is my sister and my niece trying to do witchcraft on me, which it's not. If you're right with God, witchcraft ain't gonna touch you. But when you're not right with God, it can affect you. I'm right with God. Whether anybody thinks it or not, I'm not worried. That's why I sleep like a baby, wake up refreshed. Okay? But the government has done this, and them grasses has made so many people sick. They need held accountable for it. They need held accountable for it in Missouri, because I screamed for 4 years and they done nothing. Okay? I'm gonna press charges against this. I'm gonna press charges against Governor Parson, everything. They've made my family sick. Yeah, the government's going down. The government's gonna be stopped, because none of their offices has done their jobs at all. At all. All our land is rent. Yeah, go look around. These people are stupid. These people have been so stupid. But God ain't going to let it get you, and like I said, unless you're... And if that's what these people are doing, then that's why. And I know my sister's been in it, because when I seen her picture on TikTok, she has no eyebrows. And that's my eyebrows was gone. Oh, and they were big. Oh, it hurt so bad. And all that motherfucker did was make fun of me. The fat motherfucker that gave it to me. Fucking devil. Disgusting maggots, man. They make me sick. I can't stand people that's like that. If you've got a pure heart and you're innocent, you always think you can fix people. No, grass like poisonous, very deadly grass, and the government has blew me off, but it's God's working. God and a man named George Washington Carver planted a garden. Yeah. And it got out of hand. Because Americans didn't pay attention. They didn't know how to be farmers and shit, because they're just stupid, All the old timers has died out that knew about this kind of stuff. Besides this cat. Because, like I said, I talked to God about it. And now these fucking white, pale-skinned motherfuckers want to run with it. Fuck that. That ain't gonna happen. No, I don't sing. No, I don't sing, but I see them ladies, it's on there singing all the time for everybody, and it's like, girl, they're making fun of you. And that's awful.
I find it super ironic that Tammy will sit here, start the video off with a very obvious witch's cackle, and then say that other people are doing witchcraft. In the Bible, it says that people are doing witchcraft, this, that, and the other, right? A bunch of bullshit about witchcraft, when she herself comes off as a witch. Like, come on, listen to that cackle, play it back, and tell me that doesn't sound like a witch's cackle coming from Tammy. Not only that, but she just gives off that energy. She just gives off a lot of like negative energy. Her aura is very witch-like. So, you know, I could really see the comparison between Tammy and a witch. It just makes sense. So, you know, for her to call anybody else a witch or say anybody else is using witchcraft is crazy, because she's obviously the witch. And then I had to play it back to catch her mention her sister, because the first time I didn't hear her mention anything about her sister and her niece, but she's mentioning her family and saying that they're the witches because they're making like comments about her on her TikTok post and shit. Or, you know, they're speaking up about how bad of a person she was. So now she's, you know, naming specific people in her family, her sister and her niece, and saying that they're doing witchcraft on her. Insane shit. I think the biggest testament to all the shit that I've been saying is how negative Tammy's family speaks about her. Not just one person in her family, but multiple members of her family have came out and told stories about her or talked negatively about her because of the shit that she's put them through. So I find it funny when she talks about people who are pure of heart and innocent, when she herself is a pretty horrible person. She's the exact opposite of that. We've heard her own stories where she talks about how she like bit off her mom's nose or attempted to bite off her mom's nose after getting hella drunk. She's obviously not a good person, and multiple people in her family have came out to say that. So let's continue to watch her ramble and just basically prove my point as to how crazy of an individual she is. And by the end, I also want to talk about some comments that I got from Tammy in between recording this video, because I got some pretty interesting comments from her own page. Pretty crazy that she's watching my videos and now trying to interact with me. I caught him real quick. I'm going to take some screenshots and I'll show them to you guys by the end.
Your fucking business. If I'm okay or not okay, dumb fuck. Shut up. I'm so fucking sick of people I could scream. I really am. I'm sick of them. I'm sick of fucking ignorance. Like, nobody's got any common sense anymore. Nobody has any common sense left. Everything's done like this, and everybody lets it happen. Fucking pisses me off. You know what? I'm fixing to drive through that son of a bitch, like I said. Drive through what? Drive through what? The water. Stupid fuckers. I'm so sick of people. Sick of it. Grilled cheese. I know, I do have a right to be pissed, but the way they fucking have drug it out and act like they're in there talking about nothing Trump has said has made any fucking sense. Nothing has made any sense. He's talking just like Biden. We got problems, America. We have issues. These stupid motherfuckers. Stupid motherfuckers. I swear, ooh. I'm gonna tell you something. When God does, I'm gonna laugh I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm gonna enjoy seeing God tossing some of these son of a bitches into hell. Cause I'm gonna watch. Oh yeah. Yeah, I am. You know why? I've been tortured my whole life. Tortured. It's justice. Finally. First time ever getting justice in my life, it's gonna be epic, man. It's gonna be epic. Shut up, because my dad was a preacher and that's how I talk. I'm not screaming. Stupid. I got a big mouth. God. I can't help it. My voice raises, and I try to explain that to people. When I get a little bit excited, my voice automatically raises. Shut up! Stop yelling that! Yelling! I can't help it. It's always done that. If I get the least bit upset, my voice goes, ah! Yeah, they can leave. They don't have to scroll in here, do they? You have good teeth. I don't care about my fucking teeth. Thank you, though. Thank you. I can throw them at you, too. changes? No. Do you know how many? Look at the number of government employees there is. Look at the amount of the government. They have robbed our country blind. These people have lived the high life and robbed our country blind. Do you know that? Yeah, right underneath our nose. Shut up, I'll yell if I want to. They have robbed our country blind, took everything they could from it. Now that's why they're talking about going to Mars. They ain't going to Mars. If they do, God won't make it comfortable for them. Yeah, anything they're going to do is really going to be God's plan, because God's going to start distorting their minds. I read it in the Bible.
Everyone keeps wondering why I compare Tammy to Daniel Larson. Did you listen to that comment she made? Did you hear it? She said that she was gonna drive through. She was talking about the White House. Before she said that, she was hella going off about Trump, and you hear her talking about Trump. I'm sure there's some people that agree with her, but either way, you can't just be screaming on live stream every single day, worried about the government. You can't let that shit consume you. At some point, it becomes a mental illness when all you think about is the government and, you know, how they wronged you and shit. You can't do that. You can't let that shit consume you. You gotta live a life outside of that shit, because at the end of the day, there's only so much you can do to control what happens in the government, and then you just gotta like accept it and move on. She tries to quickly save herself by saying that she was gonna drive through the water, but you guys know what she was saying. Like, everybody knows what she was saying, and that's exactly what happened with Daniel. If you guys don't remember, he started screaming about the FBI and the White House and the government, and then he got communication of threats. So Tammy needs to really watch what she says before people really take her threats serious. Because it's one thing if you threaten a singular person, it's even one thing if you threaten Jasper County PD. It's a whole nother thing when you threaten the government, because that's exactly what happened with Daniel. He used to threaten individuals, he used to threaten, you know, some police departments. Every once in a while, I think he would go after, you know, like Boulder PD or whatever. But that instance, that one moment where he mentioned, you know, the FBI and the government, that's when shit went bad. So we'll just have to see if it goes that far with Tammy. But even people who do agree with some of her sentiments gotta admit that the way that she's going about it is wrong. Her screaming about the government all day and letting it consume her is a bad course of action. She shouldn't be doing that. That isn't going to rectify any issues. At the end of the day, it's just harming her and her mental health. And none of these people that genuinely follow her and watch her give a fuck about the shit that she says when it comes to the government. They see her as the EBT fart card lady. Y'all already seen it. When she says quirky stuff, they like it. You know, when she slips up and says some goofy shit and they can clip it on their TikTok page, that's when they're happy. But they don't give a fuck about her talking about the government. They're not listening to that shit. So she isn't spreading awareness to her causes. She's just becoming a spectacle. Also, one crucial component to this whole equation is the fact that Tammy dislikes everyone. No matter where you stand on the political spectrum, Tammy is going to align with your beliefs, because every single person who is political, every single person who's part of the government, she despises. It doesn't matter which side. So, you know, you can catch her one day talking shit about Joe Biden, another day talking shit about Donald Trump. She just talks about every single person in government. It doesn't matter which side you're on.
They've harassed me, had cops fucking take my lug nuts off, put shit in my fucking oil. Fuck yeah, I'm mad. Madder than hell. Who gives a fuck if my voice raises? Oh, shut up, damn bro. You'd be mad too. The only thing is, I don't stay mad. I don't have to stop yelling. This is my life. Shut the fuck up and go eat your toenails. Go eat your toenails and shut the fuck up. Go eat your toenails. Stupid fuck. No, I'm not bipolar, I'm tripolar. Get it right, bitch. Get it fucking right. Their disorders, all these fucking seizures and shit, is caused from that snake root grass. They've missed stuff so severely. Sciatic nerve is caused by it. That's none. If he wasn't such a lying, sawed-off fat fuck. How would you know it was my feet, you dumb bitch? God gave his only begotten son, didn't he? Didn't he? What'd they do to him? And what'd they do to him? What'd they do? Same thing they're doing now. Fucktards, but this time, God gonna tear them up. I can't wait. Oh, I sit here and meditate, God, please. Oh, and I think of like chasing them around the house or something. I think of weird shit. Because God said they'll hear my voice come up out of the dust. So I sit around and whisper all the time. Say, you fat motherfucker, why'd you do this to me? Why'd you do this to me, mother? Mother, why did you do this to me? You bitch, why'd you do me this way? Why'd you guys do me this way? So that's where I sit around and whisper. Do I? Sometimes, yes. I promise I do. It's at night when no one can see me. But yeah, I do. Why do you do this? Go fuck yourself. Because American people need to know about this hemlock grass. Something the government's been hiding for years. Water hemlock poison. They didn't even know what it was because they're so stupid. Water hemlock, they said there's no cure, so don't touch it. There still ain't. Not for them. You! Not for them! And that likes that real pale skin. It does. It likes that pale skin. Puts the lotion on its skin. See, God just gave me enough to see what it was. And it's fucking painful. Ugh. It is painful. The doctors wouldn't listen, told me I had an ingrown toenail. That's fuck you motherfuckers. And I know what it is now. It's some kind of fungus thing. It says it's from all the innocent lives they took. Shut up. Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself right now. Do you need help? Go fuck yourself. They said that it's caused from all the innocent lives that they took. That's what this curse is from. All the bullshit lies. All the breaking God's law.
It feels like every single day, more and more lore behind Tammy gets revealed. And it just gets bigger and bigger, right? The whole story behind the hemlock just continues to develop. It goes from her being concerned that the hemlock is growing to her, reaching out to the government, driving all the way over there and screaming in their face. All the way up to now when she's saying that it's because of a curse from God. So it's not just the hemlock. It's a curse that God put, I guess, on the hemlock or like on the people who get poisoned by the hemlock that makes them have a fungus. And I guess that's where she got that fungus on her toe from. There's a video that I made a while back where we watched one of Tammy's YouTube posts. And in this YouTube post, she's just recording her infected toe. And her and her homie are talking about it. Like she's got another person in the car and they're kind of chopping it up about how it looks like there's a worm in her toe. Now the two comments that Tammy made on my post are actually pretty tame. One of them says, "You need me for attention," and the other one just calls me an idiot. I really don't care what Tammy has to say about me. She's just a schizophrenic woman, and I know that I don't need her for attention. There's tons of people that I talk about on this channel, and honestly, I don't get that many views from Tammy. I get more views from like Nova or Tofia, so it doesn't even make sense to say that. And her calling me an idiot doesn't really offend me because it's coming from Tammy Hull, the person who sits there and yells about the government all the time and says a bunch of stupid bullshit anyway. Like, Tammy isn't the smartest person in the world. She isn't the sharpest tool in the shed. So her calling me an idiot isn't really that much of an insult, right? I don't give a fuck that she calls me an idiot. She's not too bright herself, At the end of the day, though, it's all in good fun. Like I said, I don't really give a fuck what Tammy has to say about me because she's just a schizophrenic woman. She doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about half the time. But she can do some damage, you know what I mean? I feel like she's gonna do some damage. Listen to the shit that she says about the White House. the shit that she says about the government, you know what I mean? I feel like one of these days she might actually try to make her way to Washington the way that she talks about it so much. And there's nothing I can do about all the eyes on her. This isn't just some random person that I'm talking about. Tammy gets hundreds of thousands of views on some of her posts, tens of thousands of views. She gets a lot of attention. So, you know, she isn't just some random person. She's a very famous lolcow at this point. Maybe at one point you can make the argument that when I first started talking about her, she was just random. But somewhere in between that time, somehow Tammy started going viral on TikTok, and now she's the EBT fart card lady. And it felt weird using the word famous to describe a lolcow, but I think part of Tammy isn't as infamous as people would like to think. And you know, it's because of TikTok culture. They see one of her videos and then she becomes viral, and that's what she becomes viral for. Like, nobody looks into her, nobody sees her history. She's just the EBT fart card lady. She's just goofy and quirky, and people think that she wouldn't harm a fly. They got sad when TikTok was getting banned. She was the person that they were thinking about. It's weird as fuck. But yeah, at this point, there ain't shit that I can do about her interacting with me. It was bound to happen, but it's pretty weird to see her in the comments insulting me or, you know, trying to make me mad or whatever. I just find it funny. So let's continue to watch her spurg out. This is the person in the comments, y'all.
Because they're that stupid. They're that stupid. They don't believe in God. They really don't believe in him. They use him for attention and trying to make themselves look better. That's the only reason why they start talking. I don't care. I don't care. I don't believe them. They're liars. I can see right through it. After what they've done to me, go fuck themselves. Yeah. Because the reason why God allowed me to do this, because see, I'm a 54-year-old woman that weighs 110 pounds, trying to fight the fucking evil-ass world alone, you know. Well, not alone, you know, with God, but I mean, you know what I mean. He knows that, you know, there's not many women that would do that. There's not many women that would go out in this big old world and say, "Yeah, I'm here." I'm not scared of nothing. I know God's with me. God has different plans. But, you know, once it does its job, then it'll be my turn to clean up the sickness, to prove myself then. People will believe me for sure then. But I don't know. It says it's a time of testing the whole world must go through. So I don't know. I honestly don't know. You know, I tried to prevent anybody from having to go through. I tried, and God was allowing that. You know, the thing was, if they would have done anything, if, you know, give justice, done things correctly, cleaned things up, made things better, which they don't know how to do, we could have saved America. Yes, we could have. From what I'm reading out of the Bible, that's what it says. But of course, they didn't do the right thing. So no, they ain't gonna win. And they're gonna go exactly where they deserve to go. Either a slave or to go dance with their dad in hell. Yeah, that's their choices. But the rich won't be rich next time around. They're going to be put down. That's what the Bible says. And these people, they couldn't make it without money. They'd rather go to hell. They'd rather go to hell. Yeah, there is. No, my picture is a little girl and me. On what? On my PayPal or my Cash App? Yeah, I have a picture of a lady, and it's me and my granddaughter. Paula, that is me and my granddaughter.
It's crazy that Tammy will sit there and project and say that other people are using God for attention when she does that all the time. She always uses God and the Bible for attention. She sits there and screams about it on her live stream all the time. She's doing that exact thing. It's crazy. And then right after doing that, right after, you know, talking about the Bible and how people are misusing God and shit like that, you know, using him for attention, she then goes on to scam somebody to talk about her Cash App and her PayPal and the pictures that are on there because somebody's sending her money. She uses God and the Bible to push her scams all the time, you know, to get people to send her money. It's crazy. I honestly think Tammy is just, you know, building up to explode. She's just gonna keep going and going until one day she just pops and then she ends up going to the White House or something like that. We've seen it happen before, but with all this newfound TikTok fame and all this pressure, I'm sure it's a lot, you know. She has people that are basically sitting there and making fun of her rather than listening to what she actually has to say. And it seems like it's frustrating her, you know. You see her and she's talking shit about the people that are making videos referencing her EBT fart card meme. She hates it because she'd rather be getting attention for the shit that she's saying about hemlock and the Bible than, you know, making these dumb slip ups. So we'll just have to wait and see what Tammy has in store next time. But with that being said, that's the end of this video. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you watched all the way to the end, you're the best. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.